This is a quick build guide, and this is the assembly of the frame. First of all, you'll need to, on the pan and deck supports, they come and separate, and they need to be glued together. And this is done because if you are not putting a deck on, well, then you can just use a single and it'll hold the pan on. So, you know, without the deck. But I'm using a deck, and I suggest doing it because it gives you good separation and gives you more area to obviously mount your components on. What you may have to do is, some of them have a little bit of what they call flashing on in the building process or in the molding process, and you can just trim it off with a knife or a piece of sandpaper if you don't want to use a knife. It works just as good. Anyway, so you trim that off a little bit, make it look a little bit neater, and it allows the wood to go through there a little bit easier. Anyway, I use CA glue. You put a little bit on there, and the guides will align it. And some of them are a really good fit, and some of them need a little bit of pressure to close it, but they do close, and you can hear it snap. And you can hold it or put a clamp on it for just a little bit while the CA sets up, and it'll make a really nice connection. But if you don't mind, put enough CA on there, so you get a good hold on it. You can also use epoxy on this if you want to. So I've already put these together, and we're ready to go. And we'll go ahead and the motor arm lugs, we'll put them on, and I'm going to put the screws to hold the landing gear on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on like this. Yeah, there we go. We'll put a 90 on, and make sure they're pushed all the way in. Sometimes you got to give it a little bit of shove to go all the way. And then we're going to go ahead and butt up the mount up to the motor mount lug up to the 90. And then we'll go ahead and put a pan and deck support on. There we go. And then we'll put the red one on. And then we'll put another motor arm on, and again, the hole is on the outside, so I'll make sure it's put on that way. And then we'll put our red 90 on. I'm putting the screws on top. Some people put them on the bottom, however you want. And we'll go ahead and put that on. Push it all the way in, pull that, and we have one side ready to go. Now on this particular one, we'll have 7" by 4", and we'll put the 4" pieces in now, and we'll go ahead and make sure they're pushed in all the way again. And then we'll have our cross piece on. This is a reinforcement piece, and we'll push it all the way in. Push it all the way in. And now I'm going to go ahead and build the other side and put it on. Okay, now the frame is put together, and what we'll go ahead and do is screw the holes. And I usually use a 1/16" bit to do a pilot hole. And we'll go ahead and drill a couple of those. And again, you want to make sure that everything is pushed tight. And a good way to do that is to, just take some measurements and make sure that it's, they're equal, and make sure they're pushed in tight. And I'm gonna go ahead and screw this together. And you have this and the 90s that we're screwing together now. We have everything screwed in. Now we'll go ahead and put our landing gear on. And once again, we want to make sure everything's pushed in all the way. These particular gear that come with this kit are 2.5 inches long. This is the 480 kit. But once again, whatever size they are, or whatever size you choose to make yours or change yours to, it all goes together the same. We'll go ahead and make sure that it's all pushed in all the way. Again, there's a little bit of flashing on these. You can take it off, sand it, or use a knife to take it off, make it look really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on. They just fit into the receptor. Now I'm gonna go ahead and screw these in. Okay, we have them all screwed in. And just that easy and that quick, we've got this one together. And I always like to go and finish the screws off with a screwdriver. The drills, especially if you're using a bigger drill, you can strip these out pretty easy. I mean, you can strip out any screw pretty easy that way. But I like to go back and finish it off with a screwdriver. You'll find that it works a lot better and you get a very good tight fit. So we're done with the frame going together here, and our next step is going to be putting the arms on. See you soon.